Lesson 22, we're going to uncover some of the world's greatest closes. Close number one, tell them what to do close. Since 95% of the population are followers and need to be told what to do, after your presentation, you should simply use directional statements such as, here's what we do next, or here's how we get started, or here's the next step we need to take. And unless they stop you, you've just made a sale. Close number two, here's what happens next close. When I first started in sales, I noticed that when salespeople asked if their prospect was ready to open their account or if they ready to go ahead or want to get started, there was always some uncomfortable hesitation. It occurred to me that since some prospects really didn't know what would happen next, and we all have a fear of the unknown, they would hesitate. I created this close to take away that uncertainty. Of course, you need to change the wording to fit your product, service, or situation. However, this is the way it goes for commodities. Mr. Prospect, at this point, if you tell me that you wanted to open your account, here's what happens. I put you on hold for a few seconds and hook up a three-way with our trading desk. They will explain the transaction will be recorded for your protection, so you know exactly what quantity you're investing in and at what price. Once they're done, I'll stay on the line with you so we can wrap up a few final details. Please hold on while I conference this in. Folks, unless they stop you, you've just made a sale. Close number three, no high pressure close. This can be a killer close if you do it with enough sincerity. After your presentation, you might say, since I hate high-pressure salespeople and no one likes to be sold, I'm not even going to ask you to buy. Instead, let's just complete the paperwork so we can get your account open. And folks, unless they stop you, you've just made a sale. Close number four, the three-question summary close. This is a great close to use if your prospect wants to shop around or think about it. You would say something like this. You know, no matter how much you think about it, in the final analysis, your decision is going to center on three things. Number one, do I need it? Number two, does it make sense? And number three, can I afford it? Now, Mr. Prospect, I need to ask you three questions. Number one, you do need it, don't you? Number two, it does make sense, doesn't it? And number three, since we both know that you can afford it, doesn't it just make sense to go ahead now? Close number five, the boomerang close. Here, you're going to take your prospect's main objection and turn it into the main reason for going ahead. The object is to turn any possible negative into a positive. As an example, if your prospect says, oh, your price is too high, you might say, the fact that our product is $300 higher is the exact reason you should go with it. You see, you had mentioned earlier on that durability was one of your main concerns, and this extra $300 allowed the manufacturer to build in extras that will give you that long life that you desire. Based on that, should we schedule your delivery for next week, or would the 15th be more convenient for you? Did you notice that this close ended with an alternative of choice? That's called mix and match, and many closes could be and should be combined and mixed together for maximum efficiency. Number six, the mother close. Use this only after you've asked a closing question and all you get is silence. One school of thought says that the first person who talks loses. But what if your prospect went to that same school and knows what you're doing? Here, you would simply smile and say, when I was a little fella, my mama used to tell me that silence gave consent. Do you think my mother was telling me the truth? Many times this will break the ice or tension and allow you to close the sale. Close number seven, the Ben Franklin or balance sheet close. This close is number one with more top pros than any other single close because it gets your prospect to list all of the emotional reasons they should go ahead, but in a logical method. Whether you use the actual Ben Franklin background as your lead in or you use it as a balance sheet like an accountant would, it is a winner. It goes like this. As you know, we have long considered Ben Franklin to be one of the wisest Americans that ever lived. Whenever old Ben found himself in a situation such as you're in now, he felt pretty much as you do about it. I mean, if it was the right thing to do, he wanted to make sure and do it. And if it was the wrong thing, well, he wanted to make sure and avoid it. Isn't that about the way you feel about it? Well, here's what old Ben would do. Get a piece of paper and pencil handy because you're going to love this method of solving problems. Draw a line down the middle from top to bottom, and on the left side, write the word yes, and on the top of the right side, write the word no. Have you got that done? Good. Now, on the left side, Ben would write down all of the reasons why he should go ahead and make a positive decision and not procrastinate. Let's try to think about the benefits you're going to enjoy. First, you said that you like the liquidity, so let's write that down as number one. Now, what would number two be? Now, here you're going to help your prospect list 15, 20 benefits or advantages of going ahead. And when you're all done, you would say, now, if Ben wasn't completely convinced that he was doing the right thing, he would then list any possible reasons not favoring a positive decision on the right side. Can you come up with any really good reason or excuse for not going ahead today? At this point, your prospect might be able to come up with as many as 2 or 3. You summarize what just happened by saying, I'd like to congratulate you for using a time-proven method to make a good, common-sense decision. You're going to love this product, and let me reassure you, it's going to repay you many, many times over in the years to come. Did you want this just in your name or both you and your wife? More closes are continued in the next session. As always, please complete the assignments in your workbook. This is Stan Ballou wishing you a fantastic future.